Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 here. It's just going to be a base kind of mission. I'm just going to go there, kind of explore the base a little bit, and then probably cut the video after we are ready to get the next mission briefing. So here we are back at base. The base is pretty straightforward. There's not a lot to it. It really consists of a quartermaster, a medic, and like a vehicle repair bay and some other things like that. So let's take a quick look around. Right here we have the quartermaster, has some dialogue, which, you know, if we want, I'll go ahead and report it, but for the most part, hasn't got a big need for it. Here's our recruits master, so we can actually get more recruits. I'll come back to that and I'll show you who's available there in a second. In the back here, it doesn't look like there's anything. No. And then over here, is there anyone back here? No. I don't think so. So yeah, it looks like this is just like kind of like a hygienic area. A bunch of like individual little baths. Kind of strange, to say the least, for that. Alright, let's take a look at the recruits we can get.
Welcome, warrior. I am the personnel yeoman.
So within here, we have a number of people we can add to our team, and we can actually pull people out of our team if we wanted to. But right now, I kind of like Farsight and Stitch. But looking at the rest of the people here, you can see that they have little biographies, which I didn't show before. But Trevor here is excellent. He has reasonably good stats, good small guns, some throwing, sneak. Trevor's going to be pretty nice for the early game, mostly for this throwing skill. The small guns is nice too as well. Makes paired with fast shot. It's going to be fairly nice. So I like Trevor. Who else do we got? We got Brian. Brian is another person that we'll probably take for us a little bit later into the game. We may replace him in the future. I'm not quite sure, just depending on who becomes available. But again, he's a fast shot with small and big guns in sneak. So he has kind of some of the key abilities that you'd like to see in a recruit. Joe is essentially the same character as Drac here. And so, yeah, we're not really going to take her because we already have that role filled. Next is Robin. We have melee, sneak, and lockpick. Seems pretty good. He does have some drawbacks here, being a night person in small frame. It just means that we should probably engage at night with this character. Then we have Jigs, small, big, and energy weapons, and he's a kamikaze fast shot, so he's actually rather solid too as a character goes, because kamikaze actually negates his armor, armor class bonus for his agility, and gives him a straight up 25% damage bonus. So that's pretty solid, all things considered. And then finally there's Torn. And Torn has melee and traps. She's going to be useful, I think, later if we need to deal with traps, but there's other characters that have the trap skill as well. A lot of the recruits have some redundancy built in as a result for the permadeath system. So I know I want Trevor and I want Brian, and then it just comes down to the last little bit here of who I want to take. I think I'm going to end up taking Robin here, just to get that sneak and lockpick. There may be a chest or something that we come across that he should be able to lockpick if we need to. Okay, so with that brings us up to our 6 people. And let's continue to explore the base, and then see what else is here. So here we have our medical officer, and then I believe down here is just crew quarters as well. Yeah, no one really to talk to down here. That's basically it for the base. We'll probably skip the base sections, and I'll do like a summary from here on, but for every new base we get into, I'll do a quick roll around and create a small video like this as we go. And you can see actually in the base there's a ton of lockers that are floating about and we could use if we needed to store equipment. Each actual container is like a carry limit. And so you could actually like use all of these like lockers here in the back to organize equipment, guns, bullets, and so forth. But we're not going to end up doing that. We have enough to cover here. The other thing to note is I mentioned it in the first video, but these people actually come in, and so they come with their armor, thankfully. So I don't have to equip them with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop up over here. And sorry. while I see it, this down here, this is actually where we get our next mission briefing. So we'll probably start the next video down here. And so up here, this is where we're going to get to the quartermaster. I'll quickly show you his inventory. One of the weird things here is actually in this bunker, you can't really steal anything. In the other bunkers, I believe you can actually steal stuff from the quartermaster.
At
We'll
ease,
see that
Warrior.
as we go.
I'm Octavius. I oversee your equipment. You will sign for all equipment issued. You will not leave until I am satisfied with your full compliance to regulations. Is that understood? Good. Now that you know the drill, let's get down to business.
So I love this guy's voice acting. I think it fits quartermaster fairly well. Some sort of like miserly fellow who's sitting behind the desk counting coins. So you can see in this inventory he has a lot of basic equipment. There is kind of a few standout items here, like these fragmentation grenades and these mines and the incendiary grenades as well. This cattle prod would be very nice for Robin if we could get it. However, we don't have these small energy cells required to run a cattle prod quite yet. And so we'll probably have to do a combination of trading for the currency in the game, I believe, which is dollars in this case. And we're going to grab a few basic elements. And so the next thing also is that we have some levels to deal with. And so you can see here we have our characters leveled up, or rather, they're able to level. You see I have 20 skill points to assign, 17 skill points to assign, and a perk. I will kind of go through and do these off camera, and I'll come back and talk to you about what I've actually chosen. All right. So with that out of the way, we'll go ahead and stop the recording here, and we'll come back and get into the next mission proper, and I'll show off all the choices I've made while off camera. All right, thank you.